smelling good in here. What do you think, guys? Get them taste buds dancing early in the morning. Welcome to Traeger Kitchen. Today, I'm your host, Chad, and we are talking biscuits and gravy. While this baby's always awesome center of the table, for a brunch, we're also going to talk about how we can use it at a tailgate. So, to start off, we're going to take the easy way out. We're going to take some of these canned biscuits. You want to make your own biscuits? Feel free to. We'll get you an overachiever badge. But for us, we're just going to take these canned grands. I always like to go with the butteries, if you will, for a little more flavor. Whoop! There we go. Little pop to let us know they are so excited to see us. And we're just going to stack these up into fours. All right, now we're just going to quarter these. And once we get these quartered, we're just going to lay them out on our baking sheet and throw them in the Traeger. They're going to go about 12 minutes. And we just want them to be that nice golden brown. And while those go in the Traeger, we're going to work on our gravy. To me, I like this one. I always call this kind of the 12 o'clock kickoff, like perfect tailgate food. You can make it. You can build it in boats. You can build it in solo cups. Take it with you, walk around, see other tailgates. It's one of those things not a lot of people are wanting to house a ton of brisket and ribs at a 10:30 tailgate, but biscuits and gravy, you'll always have a line. So just took a recipe that I grew up on and kind of made it something a little more portable that just works out well. Plus, I like this because you get a little bit of crisp on all sides of the biscuit. So that extra texture is always a good thing. All right, here we go. In the Traeger, 375. Gonna do 2 half pans. So we've got some nice convection airflow going through there. Gonna come over here. Look for the clock. We need no hours. And you got this? You got this? 12 minutes, sir. We are gonna confirm that. So we are in. All right, guys, the biscuits are on. We're gonna go over and start working on our gravy. Let me tell you how we got here. So we've got our chorizo, we've got our sausage. This is smoked at 185 for about an hour, so it's got that nice smoky flavor to it. Now we're gonna take it over the induction, get it browned up, and start working on our gravy. All right, we're gonna get our induction on about medium heat. And I'm gonna place our chorizo and our sausage here in the pan so we can brown it up nice. The beauty of this recipe, and one thing I really like about it, is when you're hosting, it's all about spending time with your friends and family. So on this one, the day before, you can get so many of these components done ahead of time. And then the day of, all you're doing is assembling and enjoying your company. Idolo, get in here and look at this. Oh boy, that's what cooked chorizo and pork looks like. That's gonna be the co-star of an amazing dish right there. Oh boy, look at that. Woo! All right, now we're gonna take and get this out of our pan, because we are going to use the beautiful juices that have came out of there. If I don't drop any of this on the induction burner, I'm gonna be really proud of myself. Okay. All right, so let's get our butter melted. Once we get our butter fully melted, we're gonna add our flour. Then once we get that roux consistency we want, we'll start getting in some milk to help build the base for this gravy. You're gonna get in here? Get on in here, old boy. Get you some of that sizzle. It ain't gonna sell itself. Come on. One of the things too that's a little different about this biscuits and gravy is I like, you can do it with all sausage, but I really enjoy putting the chorizo in there too. Gives a little bit of kick, a little wake up in the morning. And to me, I think chorizo as an ingredient's pretty much awesome on anything. Sorry, vegetarians, but I do. Now that all that butter is melted, now we'll start fanning a little bit of flour in. Start there. All right, that's coming along nicely. Let's Get that a little bit smooth before we add any more on the flour front. All right. With the rest of the flour, always a really, really good smell when that roux is coming together. Mama's proud when you can make a roux like that, old boy. Look at that. Woo! That's the thing beautiful gravies are made of. Whoop! Oh, had a little splash in the back. That's all right. Nobody saw that. We'll get that in post-production. Just a little backsplash. All right, now we're just going to take and work our roux into the milk here and start to incorporate that all into our gravy. I think actually I'm going to go with a little whisk. Get in here, break that up a little better. Now let me stream the rest of this milk in. All right. And then once we get this incorporated a bit, we're going to add our sausage and chorizo. Those biscuits smell really good. Looking forward to finishing those up. You can see the dish starting to come together. I'm gonna add a little bit of our prime rib seasoning also. All right, work that in there. All right, and then we're gonna give that a second to cook. Yeah. We've got biscuits. And now let's check on our gravy. Now I'm gonna add our protein back in. So this is our ground sausage and chorizo. Now, just a touch of grease to get out of there. That's why we like having the paper towel in there in the bottom. Sop that up. All right, we've got the sausage in, the chorizo in, and now we're just going to give these a minute or two to mix, bring their flavors together. All right, we're gonna let the gravy cook for a second. And I'm in cleanup mode, so let's get this kitchen looking more presentable for the big reveal of our finished dish. All right, we have our melted butter. We're gonna go ahead and just hit the top of these biscuits real quick while that gravy's finishing up. I mean, what? Not better to add to some biscuits than a little melted butter. A little more flavor. So we're just gonna hit these real quick while they're nice and warm, soak in. And the last one. All right, perfect. So now we've got those buttered up. Get this out of the way. And we're going to move over, grab our gravy, and place that there. Get my spoon. Oh yeah. I mean, look at that right there. Y'all don't know it, it's about 24 degrees outside. And this looks like my kind of hot tub right here. Just getting there and warm up that soul and body, oh boy. God dang, that looks good. All right, let's quit talking about it and try some. We are first gonna get a little bit of green onion cut up, because once I get into assemble and taste mode, I'm not gonna wanna mess with any green onions. So let's go ahead and just get that done. All right, we got enough green onion there. Don't worry about that one that just slid off it. All right, let's start with a couple of boats for our tailgate. Don't ever let green onion get in the way of a good shot. There we go. All right, so we're gonna take some of our biscuits here. Here's the deal too, like, you gotta layer it right. There's gotta be a little strategy to your thought process here, so bear with me. We gotta get a base layer of biscuit. Go in with a little touch of gravy, a little base of gravy too, on both. And then it's all about that curb appeal, so we gotta put a couple on top here, give it a little height. Yeah, I'm talking about biscuits and gravy like it's a Michelin star dish. Don't judge. A little bit more gravy over the top, just saying, come on in, give it a try. And then we'll go with just a little bit of greenery there to kind of, and so there's our tailgate dish. And then when it comes to family style, we're gonna do a lot of the same. We're gonna just lay down a solid foundational base and get a little gravy down in here. All right, I'm sure you guys are sitting here watching me put this dish together and going, you know what, Chad? I don't have a small football team coming over on Saturday. That's a lot of gravy. Well, don't worry. A couple things you can do there. One, freeze it. It freezes really, really well. Then next time you want biscuits and gravy, you got 12-minute biscuits and you got gravy in the freezer. Come on, let's go. So you could definitely do it with that. You can also just take and half the recipe. That'd be perfectly fine too. So a lot of options there, but don't let the size of the recipe concern you. And it's one of those, it is a big recipe, but it's not super expensive. Ground meats, milk, flour, butter, you know, all the staples. Base layer is in. Secondary layer is going on top. And boom, boom. And hey, all right. Then we're gonna hit a little gravy over the top of this. Get you one more Halo. It's gonna be real gravy heavy. All right, and I would say, hold on, no green onion left behind. I would say that is a good looking dish, so all that's left to do is get in there, and you know if I'm going first bite, I'm going to the bottom of the boat there. Get a little hit. It's everything you want in a breakfast brunch bite. Savory, sweet. The biscuit's exactly where you want it. If that's wrong, I do not want to be right. Are you still hungry? Did this recipe get your taste buds tickling? Go down in the description, get that recipe. Make sure and like and subscribe because we're bringing this to you every single week. And it's delicious. I'm gonna eat some more. All right.